Morning Falcons. I am Brandon Benwell,
And I'm Michael Swiger.
and this is a view from the Falcons' Nest. Today is Monday, February 5th, 2024. John Glenn Choirs had a fantastic weekend at solo and ensemble contest. First edition and Rhythm Express both qualified for state. Livy Forsman, Nina Forsman, Jude Getty, Maddie Rose, Brianna Carroll, Kira Dozinski, Delilah Phelan, and Aiden Nelson will be competing at state as soloists. Congratulations to Lexi Hartman, Brendel Filson, and the Rose Assemble for their honorable silvers.
In the next month, dozens of John Glenn students will prepare to take the Scholastic Aptitude Test, a required test. It's free to them, but it's important because it can determine whether they are admitted to their college of their choice. As a part of those preparations, Falcon Front will provide daily tips and information on how students can succeed at reaching the score they want. In today's first installment of Target 1600, the maximum score on the SAT, it's significant to note that a majority of Glenn students passed both sections of the SAT last year, and our scores for English were higher than math. Check with students who performed well last year to see what their approach for success was. Remember, too, that you can take the SAT more than once, but only the first attempt is free. College and universities will accept your highest score, and that's today's edition of Target 1600.
New media reports are circulating about a massive federal loan to get a nuclear power plant in Michigan back in commission. According to WVPE and Bloomberg News, the U.S. Department of Energy is poised to give Holtec a $1.5 billion loan to get Palisades nuclear plant back up and running. Future for nuclear energy in southwest Michigan seemed bleak in 2022. Energy had closed the Palisade nuclear plant operating between Benton Harbor and South Haven and sold it soon after the Holtec International to come in and handle facilities decommissioning.
But over the past year and a half, a series of measures to try and reopen the plant have sprung up. Michigan, Gov- Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has pushed hard for federal funding to reopen the plant, and with the Biden administration's goal of making the country's power grid carbon neutral by 2035, the Palisades coming back online became a possibility. The reported loan is the latest big step towards getting the plant back up and running. Bloomberg says the loan could be approved sometime this month.
If the loan does go through, Culp said the plant could be operational by the end of 2025. Holtec currently has around 230 employees that are working on decommissioning the site. But the company is now working on rehiring workers from when the plant was running. At full scale, Culp estimates the plant will employ close to 600 people. Now to weather with Nick.
Morning, Falcons. So in your Glen forecast out there right now, it is sunny with a current temperature of 29 and a real feel of 26, and also a good air quality. Now moving on to your 3-day forecast, Monday is going to have a high of 44, low of 26, and sunny. Tuesday is going to have a high of 36, low of 26, and partly sunny. And then Wednesday is going to have a high of 39, low of 30, and cloudy. That's all we have for weather. Now to main industrial sports.
Glenn's Lady Falcons lost to Bremen in the opening round of the sectional last week, and the Lady Lions ran the table in the Rochester sectional to upset sectional favorite Tippecanoe Valley and win the Rochester sectional. Meanwhile, the basketball focus turns to the boys this week. They have 3 games as both the games against Marion and St. Joe from last Friday have been rescheduled. John Glenn will be represented by 4 of its regional qualifiers when it takes to the mat at semi-state round Saturday. The Falcons traveled to one of the toughest regional sites in the state at Crown Point. At the regional level, wrestlers have to win or go home in the first round. Doing that just for Brody King at 120, Josh Chapman at 126, Walter Drews at 132, and Mason Cobell at 175. Cobell was regional runner-up, and the remaining 3 Glen wrestlers finished 4th in their classes. Congratulations to these Falcons on extending their season another week. As a team, Glen finished 7th behind Crown Point, New Prairie, Hanover Central, Chesterton, Lowell, and Valparaiso. Evan Chapman and Gage Calvary end their freshman season as regional qualifiers, and both have bright futures ahead. Finally, 6 shoes worn by Michael Jordan, one for each of the 6 Chicago Bulls championship teams he played on, were auctioned for a sports memorabilia record $8 million. Now back to lunch with Nick.
For your lunch today, we're going to be having a Parmesan chicken sandwich or a ham and cheese calzone with steamed broccoli, sweet potato fries, and a variety of fruit. That's all we have time for today, Falcons. Have an amazing Monday.